Welcome to my block. My name is Andre Webley, and I'm going to be the host of this podcast. This is where you're going to get a glimpse of my lifestyle and business, as well as picking up some healthy tips and tricks that will help you make a lifestyle change, starting with your body and mind. Are you ready? Let's do this.
They asked, could he deliver another classic? Who else carried the field on their back with this rap shit? So I treat it like it's my last hit when I craft this magic. How we approaching every single track with, and let it burn slow. For my town, I'm feeling like it's my turn. So integrity in my pen is with every verse. Show simply nothing less than the legend at Grace birth. Yo, was they do more than...
Hey guys, I know it's been a while since I've actually been on here, and I just want to say thank you for everybody who stopped by and who's been downloading the podcast. There's not much really more I can say besides thank you. You guys are fucking phenomenal. I really do appreciate it. So I'm just gonna give you guys like a quick update on a couple of the things that I've been doing and the things that have been that's been happening in my life, just in general. So I just want to talk about my progress just a little bit from where I've started and then where I am now. And I looked at a couple of my old videos, even from just last year, this date, and it made me realize that I'm not that timid person that I used to be. I'm naturally an introvert, but throughout business and throughout personal training, I've grown to love talking, I've grown to love reading, I've grown to do things that are helping people because it makes me feel great. And it made me, I never thought that something like this would actually make me feel more complete and more whole, because there was a time where I couldn't do this. There was a time where I couldn't stare into a camera and actually talk and have a smile on my face. I'm completely comfortable doing it now, to the point where I don't know what's stopping me and what's holding me back from actually putting out more content. So with that being said, guys, I want to let you guys know that I will be posting more frequently in terms of Instagram, Facebook, and everything on YouTube, Spreaker. The podcast is blowing up. You can find it on Google Radio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Castbox, Google Podcasts, if I didn't say that, and I believe that's it. But it's been going great, and I really do appreciate it. I really do like talking, and I know I haven't really interacted much with anybody, but you know the crazy thing about it is that I have so many downloads, and you guys downloaded so many episodes, but nobody ever comments, except on YouTube. So I would like to engage with you guys some more. If it's something that you want me to talk about, that's within reason, in the realm of health, fitness, and mental awareness, and just health in general, because health isn't just physical, it's also mental, it's also spiritual. So if there's anything that you want me to talk about, or if you would like to be a guest on the show, please let me know. I haven't really said too much about moving and away to Florida, but that's what's happening. I try to just keep that under wraps, but it's going to happen within like the next 10 weeks. I like to kind of not say anything about stuff and just get them done, and then when they are done, I can just bring it to you guys full-fledged. But if you want to be a part of the podcast, then this is just something that you have to know, that within 10 weeks I'm going. So going down to Florida just because I want to broaden my horizons. I want to work with more people. Not to say that I didn't have a fantastic year this year, but what's really on my mind is the winter up here in Springfield, Mass. It could suck, you know what I mean? Granted, you know, some days are better than others. There's still days where people don't feel like getting up. Still days where people don't feel like going to the gym, and then on top of that, if the gym closes and my people are ready and I'm ready to go get this work, there's nowhere for us to go do that. So I want to move down there just for that reason. I've already been doing personal training for 2 years. So if I'm weighing my options, as if I was to stay up here for another 2 years and not own a building, to do it actually in, then I will have lost one entire year of progress, because every winter counts, man, and it's always coming. So um, that's my main thought process behind it. I just want to be able to work with more people. I don't want the weather to determine whether you want to work out or exercise, whether you want to be healthy. So I want to go around people who are going to actually want that from themselves, because it's going to help me, you know. And I just want better for myself so I can give better to other people. It doesn't make any sense for me to do this and not be able to give everything that I got in its entirety. So I made that decision probably 2 months back, and it kind of just like hit me upside the head. I'm gonna roll with it. 27, so my birthday just passed not too long ago. So I want to start making moves that make sense. You know, like there's no time to waste. Last night I went to sleep and I was damn near crying, because there's things that I've shed away, things that I've given up just for this moment right here, just for this moment of being happy and being satisfied and wanting to do more for other people. Not because I want more for myself, but because other people deserve to feel happy. Other people deserve to witness what I'm witnessing, because this whole thing about life is about helping. And if I'm not helping, then I'm doing you a disservice. And what I mean by that is, so for personal training, I take it very seriously, because this is something that saved my life, man. It saved me from being upset, saved me from being unhappy. There's so many things that happened in my life while I was learning how to work out, that the only thing that got me through it was exercising. I'm sorry, 1 second. Sorry, my battery died. But the hardest moments in my life, I've gotten through by just exercising and just willpower, man. Willpower not to be the same. Like, I'm tired of fighting. I'm tired of fighting people. I'm tired of arguing with people. I'm tired of being told I can't do this. I can't do that. I shouldn't do this. And I came to the realization that, like, I'm exercising 4 or 5 times a week, and I'm doing the podcast, I'm doing the editing, I'm doing the business thing, living the entrepreneurial life. But there's something that's missing, because I want to be more happy. I want to be able to spread the love, and that I feel is the only answer that I have for me living a fulfilling life. I want to be able to help more people, do more, be happy. And if you guys ever have a chance to talk to any of my clients, they'll tell you, like, it's not only about fitness with me. It's about life. It's about growing. It's about helping. It's about doing the things we need to do to get to the place that we need to get to. I challenge all my clients, whether it's physically and mentally, every day, just to be better, you know. And whether my clients actually want to start a podcast, I'm just like, dude, there's so many things you could do it about, but you have to be honest with yourself. You have to be willing to shed away the bullshit, the superficial, the fakeness. You know, I'm not saying that he's fake, but what I'm trying to say is that don't put on a persona that's not real. Like, if I was on here BSing and trying to tell you I'm the fittest dude on earth, or, you know, I'm the best personal trainer in the world, like, that's lying. You know, don't lie. I'd much rather be 100% honest with you guys, girls, people, because, like, you guys are the people who make me, you know. And actually, I'm very happy to be talking with you guys. I'm very happy to interact with you guys all the time. And if you know me personally, you know I talk a ton. So I was never like that. Even a whole year ago, I was never chatterbox, you know. I feel like I'm saying you know a lot. Man. Thanks to you guys, my growth has skyrocketed like no other. It's almost like I was so nervous to start this whole journey. Whether I'll say this, a year ago I didn't think I was going to be here. I didn't know what business had in store for me. I didn't know I was going to be doing a podcast. I didn't even know I wanted to do a podcast until about like 4 months ago. And I remember being on Instagram Live and on Facebook Live for 5-10 minutes at a time, 20 minutes at a time, and nobody would show up. But I just wanted to get comfortable being on camera so I could actually do this. And I'm actually satisfied that this is actually working, that people are actually listening. Because of that, I've gained so much confidence in just what I'm doing. Like, from talking on camera to actually translating it in person, it's been a totally different shift of perspective, totally different shift of energy, because I want to be able to give back. And I know I keep saying that. You're going to hear me say that a lot. And I want to keep giving back to people. The only way I can give back to people is to be more comfortable with myself. The only way to do that is to learn and try things that I haven't tried before. I'm able to talk about experiences that dampened me because I'm completely satisfied with myself. Like, I know that in certain situations I may not give in it my all, and I know in certain situations I have. I can tell you, in those situations that I've given it my all, I felt happier, I felt more complete. There was nothing left on the table, opposed to a situation where I've gone out and I lost, and I feel shitty about it because I didn't do everything that I could do to actually prevent it from happening. So the growth has been, I'm dedicating my growth to you guys, and that's it, man. I'm happy because of you guys. Not to say that I'm only happy because you guys are downloading. I'm only saying that because I'm happy that you guys are listening. I'm happy because I'm able to talk to people like this. I'm happy because you're able to get the real Andre finally. Even if you go back to the first podcast that I did, like, I don't know if you guys can still see the difference, but I can feel it like in my bones, and I know that once we set things off, that like my heart is going to explode because I'm going to be able to help so many people. Like, I'm happy doing this now. I could just imagine within like another year of doing this where I would be at, where you guys are going to be at, and the growth. I don't know who I'm affecting, but I hope that I'm affecting you in the correct way, and you guys go out there and you push to be the best versions of you humanly possible. You're gonna be a superhuman by the time you're done listening. You guys have just been amazing. Some of my weaknesses, though, on the flip side, is that I tend to take on more than I should. And I've learned that over the last couple of months, to just slow down. And it's okay to do things one at a time. And I've noticed when I've done that, everything from books to reading to writing, just paying attention and absorbing things. It was always easier for me to do it one thing at a time. It was hard for me to multitask because my brain is already going 1,000,000 miles per hour everywhere else. But if I could minimize where the chatter, the noise, the excess stuff, then it's easier for me to focus. It's easier for me to get this done when I know this is the only thing that I'm focusing on right now. It's literally, I tell my clients, don't focus on anything but this one rep. Like, it's literally, you can't get to 5 without starting at 1, without going to 2, without going to 3 and 4. Like, there's a process to this. There's actually levels to this shit. And you have to be willing to start somewhere. You have to be willing, even if you jump in the middle of 3, like, you're gonna figure out where you're at. You're gonna figure out if you're good enough to stay at 3, or if you should back down to 2, or maybe even start at 1, Some people, they just get lucky. Some people jump into it and they're naturals. Me, not natural. I had to work for just to even be confident. And I want you guys to work too, because nothing is given. It's as simple as that. Another way that I look at weaknesses, and I credit this to Gary Vee, is they're not really weaknesses. Or Gary Vee and Alex Hormozy, they're not really weaknesses. They're spots for you to get stronger at. And just because they're kind of exploited and kind of weak in those areas does not mean that I can't be great in those areas. Why go try to increase my capacity to hold more water? Say I'm a bucket. Why try to increase my capacity to hold more water when I still have a leak coming through the bottom? Why don't I fix that leak first, or minimize the leakage, right? Turn that 10% weakness that I have, address it, look at everything that's humanly possible to look at it, and then minimize that down to, even if I could get it down to 2%, 5%, then 2%, and then 1%, and then I eliminate that weakness. Okay, now I'm more complete than I was before, because I handled the business that I need to handle. It's always easier. I shouldn't say it's easier. It's harder to address what you've been going through than it is to go find something new. A lot of people don't deal with past traumas, and they much rather go find something else and just kind of like sugarcoat what they've already been through. And I've been through that a couple of times, and it never ends the way that you want it to end. It's not pleasant at all, and you may seem like you're happy, but seeing something on the internet and it just kind of like took me away. It's like, have you ever seen a sad clown? And that right there it was like, damn, okay, cool. That makes so much sense for people who don't understand. It means when a clown is supposed to be happy, okay, cool, right? They're happy-go-lucky no matter what situation it is. The clown is always just supposed to be happy. But a clown is also that, a clown. They act a fool, they jump around, they make balloons, they put on the show. And while that show is going, you are portraying that you are happy, when inside you're probably thinking about all the negative things that happen. You not even want to be at the show, not even want to do the show no more, but you're already stuck in the show. You have to put on this fake smile to... Hey YouTube, I hope you guys are having an excellent day. If you like the video, then like the video. If you dislike the video, then dislike the video. But do me a favor, if you do like it, hit that like button, press share, turn on your notifications so you know when I'm going to be posting these videos. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys later.